About to break. Racing. And Tomasello begins sharply together with King of Ashes and Tescore near the inside. From wide out, Noble Confessor is working his way into a prominent position, but around the first bend, it's King of Ashes, newly blinkered, going to the lead over Tomasello, and they kick 2.5 clear from Noble Confessor and Tescore. Wimbledon Hawkeye and Simulate side by side, heading onto the backstretch. Burnham Square to their inside. The Wimbledon Hawkeye's planted 3 deep at the mile pole. Sandman is next. He's followed by Maximum Promise, Hill Road, Tistastic, and 4 lengths off to Final Gambit last of all as they begin the ascent. They climb the hill towards the 7/8 pole. King of Ashes bowling along by 2.5 lengths. Tomasello perched second. Another 2 lengths away comes Tescore on the inside of Noble Confessor. They're followed by Wimbledon Hawkeye and Burnham Square. Simulates next in the field, about 7 lengths off the speed. Hill Road's in the second half of the field together with Tistastic and Sandman as they make the descent into the far turn and swing around towards the half-mile pole. And King of Ashes shows the way in the Nashville Derby by 1.5 lengths to Tomasello, and 3 lengths off third in the race, Noble Confessor, followed by Tescore and Wimbledon Hawkeye. Maximum Promise has 8 lengths to make up. He's 3 wide. Burnham Square has the red colours towards the inside, followed deep on the course by Sandman. Simulate between runners. Hill Road's a long way back. Final Gambit's moved past only 1 horse, that being Tistastic. Final Gambit's still about 10 lengths off the lead and swinging extremely deep as the 3-year-olds face the judges with $3.5 million staring them in the face. Past the quarter pole, the whip's out on King of Ashes. He's being claimed quickly by Wimbledon Hawkeye with a sharp turn of foot. Wimbledon Hawkeye storms into the lead, pursued by Burnham Square. Final Gambit with a belated bid down the outside. Wimbledon Hawkeye joined by Burnham Square. Burnham Square, Wimbledon Hawkeye, stride for stride in the Nashville Derby. Wimbledon Hawkeye kicking strongly. Photo, it's close. Wimbledon Hawkeye looks to have won it by a nose to Burnham Square. 3-way go for third. Hill Road, Tescore and Final Gambit. Well, the Hawkeye at Wimbledon has a 3mm margin of error, and there's not much more than 3mm in the finish of the Nashville Derby.
What a stretch run between Wimbledon Hawkeye and Burnham Square for the 2nd straight year. A British import takes the Nashville Derby with Frankie Dettori, but not by much.
Yeah, Frankie winning it for the 2nd year in a row. I thought did a pretty good job in the first turn. He was wide initially in the first turn, but by the middle of that turn, he had him over about 3 wide, 3.5 wide, and then he was able to save ground in the final turn, 2 wide most of it, and then he angled out. The question was, did he make the lead too soon? But when Burnham Square drew a bead on him in the middle of the stretch, Wimbledon Hawkeye just rebroke again. He challenged him all the way to the wire. Very courageous effort.
You got a shot there of trainer James Owens celebrating. He's a real up-and-coming trainer in the UK. Now got about 150 horses in a new yard he just bought at Newmarket. Not only his first starter in the United States as a trainer, his first visit to the United States, period. Another look at the finish. It looked like Burnham Square had all the momentum and he was going to go by Wimbledon Hawkeye, but what determination Wimbledon Hawkeye shows to win by probably half a head.
He's been making the lead and getting beat in Europe, but at longer distances and by better horses. So he figured to have a little bit more left against horses of this caliber in a shorter race.
Yeah, it was a little bit less than a quarter mile left to go when Dettori stormed to the lead with Wimbledon Hawkeye. At that point, you told me as we were watching the race, it might be too soon.
I thought he might have made the lead too soon, but he had enough horse to carry it out.
Boy, in his turf debut, we wondered how Burnham Square would move up. He ran huge, as his pedigree suggested that he might, just not quite big enough to get it done. Happy, happy, happy connections. Wimbledon Hawkeye, let's go to Brittany.
Okay. And James Owen getting plenty of congratulations and running towards his horse. James, if you have a moment real quick, a massive congratulations to you. Safe to say the first trip to America went well?
Went very well. Listen, I just hope we definitely won. Hope we definitely won, but he's ran an absolute cracker, done us proud. And, you know, it was a big call from Tim coming out here, but they've laid on a fantastic show for us, and God, we'll be coming back. We've had a great time.
He's been knocking on the door. Just tell us really what you feel may have put him over the top today.
I just felt he's matured all season. He's been busy, but he's matured all year. And Frankie from drawn 12, he's given a superb ride, and he's really toughed it out well and battled when that other horse came to him. But he's a real proper stayer, this horse. You know, he wants further in time, and he's just a lovely horse for me to train. It's only our third year training, and he flew our flag last year, and he's flying it high this year.
It is no easy feat to travel across the world, to come to a new place and run a horse for the first time. Just put into words what this means to you personally.
This is unreal. It's unreal, and we'll have a good party tonight and for the rest of, for the rest of the year. But no, I'm just privileged to thank the Gredley family, Mr. Gredley, who'll be watching at home, and Tim that's out here, and Frankie's given him a great ride, and my team has done a fantastic job. Ryan King, my assistant, and Laura, who's ridden him every day. Ryan's been abroad before, but Laura's never done it, and they've done a great job.
Massive congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you very much.
Randy?
All right, how about that? We saw earlier Tim Gridley, the co-owner, longtime friends and neighbors of Frankie Dettori. I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of James Owen in the United States. Speaking of Frankie, let's go back to Nick.
Here he is. They made you wait. They made you wait, Frankie. We were pretty sure you'd won it. Well done.
I wasn't sure, but me and Brian were talking after the race. Listen, we both had our head down, and when he's that close, you don't really know. But it's been a great joy for me and the Gredley family. We've been friends for years, and my good old mucker, Duncan, that he passed away, he was on my side. Thank you, Duncan.
Duncan was your closest friend, best friend, alongside you for so many years. Very suddenly died last week.
That's right. So everything I'm doing actually is actually because I've got his strength. It's been a very difficult time for me, but we got an amazing win.
You have. Well done. I know how much this means to you. Well done.
James, you get in the photograph, please.
One advantage of being here in the studio, NBC Central, is that we knew he won. There was no doubt in our mind that he won the race by a half a head. As trainer James Owen said, Wimbledon Hawkeye ran a cracker in the Nashville Derby, just getting the job done over the American Burnham Square.